Hey, what is up, everybody? This is steviebreech coming to you here today. We are driving home. One hell of a Wednesday. Honestly, pretty damn good week. It was weird not having the 49ers play. Last week, we snuck out the win. We're 4-1 after beating the Los Angeles Rams. It's funny. It's honestly really funny. A football field, I think if you do the math, it's 120 yards. End zone to end zone, counting the end zones. But it really comes down to a game of inches. And after that game, especially after the Kansas City and Jacksonville game on Monday, the game is the best game that I honestly think there is out there. I still wish that I loved baseball the amount that I love football, but football really is the number one sport, America's sport. It is a game of just straight inches. The 49ers defense, they punch the ball out on the 1 yard line before the Rams can cross the line and get a touchdown. Then they also get a stop on 4th and 1 to end the game and get a turnover on downs. The Rams are a damn good football team. I said this last Thursday. I'm going to say it again. I am not looking forward to playing the Rams again. I think Sean McVay, they're going to be out for blood, and they're going to be coming for us. But when the schedule came out for this football season, I honestly thought the Bucs game coming up right here was going to be the toughest game that we played all season. I really was not looking forward to playing the Bucs. Baker Mayfield, I think that he has honestly turned himself into an elite quarterback that we thought he was going to be. When he showed up on Hard Knocks in that rookie season in Cleveland, we all thought that that rookie class of him and Nick Chubb were going to turn Cleveland around. And yeah, Cleveland has been a playoff team, but I don't think they've ever been the team that we thought they were going to be. And Baker Mayfield, I think he fell on the sword. He ended up getting run out of Cleveland. He went to Charlotte, and he played for the Panthers there. But that didn't go well. Basically he got mid-season released. And if you go back to that year, I can't remember if it was 22. I think it had to have been 22. But when he got released by Charlotte, we were already playing with Brock Purdy as our starting quarterback. We had already fallen to QB 3 on the depth chart. I don't really remember if we were turning it around and going in the right direction that where we knew we found the diamond in the rough. But I think it was the Bucs game in Tampa that we were like, Eureka! We struck gold with Brock Purdy right here. But when Baker Mayfield, when he got cut by Charlotte, I remember saying in my Niners video that week that I was like, I know this sounds crazy, but as an emergency quarterback, as a backup quarterback, why are we not looking to sign Baker Mayfield? Where we tell him that, hey, we're bringing you in. You're going to be the backup quarterback to Brock Purdy. And then what would have happened? When we hit that NFC Championship game against the Eagles, Brock Purdy got hurt. What if we would have had, Baker Mayfield to come in off the bench? You remember he signed with the Rams, and last minute he was the emergency starting quarterback for a Thursday game. I can't remember if he signed on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, but he basically flew to Los Angeles, suited up, got in a jersey, and ran out there and played a game. Not practice. Played a game. And he played the game of his life on that Thursday night game. And he blew it up to the point where I think that game got him the Bucs job. And a few times I thought that maybe the Bucs were putting a test against him. I remember that Baker went there, and I thought he was just going to be the quarterback of the year. And I thought they had a rookie quarterback at the time that they were, grooming to be the long-term guy. But Baker has took that job, and I think that he's honestly really done what we thought he was going to do. Now, the Niners, we all know how banged up we are. We don't need to run down the injury chart and start pointing at, like, I don't understand how we have this record because of the fact, all these guys are hurt and all these guys are injured. You guys know the story. We're waiting for Brandon Ayuk to come back. We lost Nick Bosa. Just basically everybody on the team is hurt. But I think we've had some time to heal since Thursday. We had the long break going in. What the heck was that? We had the long break coming to this game, which I think is going to be able to be used as our advantage, even though I think that it was an advantage for us after we played so bad against Jacksonville that we were able to turn around and play the Rams, boom, right away, not really be worried about the injury list and just go out there and play 49er football. And in the long run, that's always what I thought that we've always had to do. Now, Mike Evans is either having the quietest season of all time, or I believe he's injured. I'm not really 100% sure. I don't think I've seen a highlight from him. I don't think I've seen anything. The Bucs running back, he's down, and they're running with their backup as of right now. He had a pretty good game last week, but I'm not out of my mind. This is a winnable game for the 49ers. I think that if we go out there, we play 49er football, we're going to have a good day. But I think that honestly, if we start playing cute, start trying to play somebody else's game, definitely like we did with the Jaguars game with Brock Purdy, where if we just keep trying to throw that ball over the middle, over and over and over, and it's not there, but we keep throwing it, we're asking for trouble. I mean, that's just the way that it's going to be. I'll tell you the truth, it's a long week, so I'm going to go out and say that I think Brock Purdy is going to play, this week after the break. Mac Jones, he played week 2, he played week 3, he played the Rams game, had one of the best nights of his career. I love the way that he answered questions in the presser, basically saying that, he had a job to, keep the train on the tracks for Brock Purdy. This is Brock's team. This is Brock's job, and it's his job to keep the 49ers in a winning situation. He didn't add fuel to the fire like Sanders did in Cleveland. Basically trying to make a question that was a gotcha question into a bigger deal than it was. If Sanders would have just answered the question with a rah, let's go team, whatever's good for the Browns is good for me. I think that he might be starting in Cleveland faster than it is, but I think that honestly he set himself 2 steps back after that day, where it just shows his age, shows his immaturity, and makes you wonder if he's ready to run an NFL football team on a Sunday in that position. So Sunday, I know this game got moved. It was supposed to be a 10 a.m. game here on the West Coast. It ended up getting moved to the afternoon, where it's going to be a 1 o'clock kickoff. It might even be 1:30 for some reason. I think it's like the game of the week. I would think it's Tampa versus San Francisco, that it would be on Fox because it's an NFC game. But part of me thought that it was a CBS game of the week, and that's why it got flexed into that position. One way or another, I'll find it. It'll be on Channel 10, it'll be on Channel 40, and we'll be good to go. So, peace out, everybody. I'm looking for a 49er win. This is probably, in my mind, going to be one of the toughest games of the season. But we're in the driver's seat now. I mean, we've beat the other teams. Besides for the Cardinals just dropped one hell of a heartache game to the Titans, who hadn't won a game, and they blew one of the statistically biggest leads that you could have in the NFL. I think it is one of the biggest upsets after having such a big lead. You got to think of the touchback after what was supposed to be a touchdown with the guy tripped on the 1 yard line, and the ball went out of bounds, so it went to the 20. Then, of course, that kicked around ball, the hike off of Kyler Murray's face. All around bad. Just bad football. Can't wait to play the Cardinals again so we can get that win back. But let's just focus on the Bucs. Let's win that game. Peace out, guys. Man, oh man, what do you know? It is a tough day right now to be a San Francisco 49er fan. Yes, we are 4-1 heading into week 6 of the 2025 NFL season. We're going to be playing the Tampa Bay Bucs. We can't complain about being 4-1. We can't complain about being on top of the NFC West, but the injury news, it just keeps getting heavier and heavier. As of this morning, the 49ers have ruled out Brock Purdy as well as Ricky Pearsall to play in the game. Earlier in the week, they ruled out George Kittle wasn't going to be making a comeback this week. So as of right now, we're waiting to hear about Mac Jones. It looks like he's going to be starting, but as of right now, he's still questionable. We haven't seen him throw a ball all week. Brock Purdy, at least, is pushing the sleigh. So that kind of shows you that the toe is getting better. Maybe we hope for him to come back for the Falcons game. Juan Jennings seems like he's the Mick Foley of the 49ers. It seems like every bone is hurting on his body, whether if it's from his wrist to his ribs. I'll tell you the truth. I haven't heard a thing about him. But when the report came out that Brock and Pearsall were considered to be ruled out, I was at least they're given a hope that he's going to play. I remember when he caught the 2-point conversion. He had to go up for the ball, and he came down against Jacksonville. And he was down for a while, and they had to physically pick him up and pretty much carry him off the field. But I think a lot of people in the NFL would love to be 4-1. I don't think many people at 4-1 are going to be complaining about the injury woes. This was the 49ers last year. This is the 49ers now. You can easily look at Kyle Shanahan and think that he is coaching quite possibly one of the best seasons of his career. Like, he really has it all, figured out. I point that to all the assistants that are there, and it's just basically everybody's stepping up. But that defense, led by Robert Saleh, led by Fred Warner, we got a lot of dudes out there. D. Winters playing his brains out, up and stout. This team is something special. And I think that, honestly, we got to go out there. We got to play the Rams. We got to play the Seahawks. We definitely got to beat the Cardinals again. We really got to focus in on, those divisional games. We can't be giving up a lot of them. But when I looked at the season schedule this year, Tampa was one of the games that really stood out to me. It was like, this one's going to be tough. Baker Mayfield been playing out of his mind, looking like he is one of the top quarterbacks there is in the NFL. He kind of lucked into that job in Tampa. It was almost that they signed him to be the backup, and then he ended up winning the job there after losing the jobs in Cleveland as well as in Charlotte. I always call it Charlotte, even though they're the Carolina Panthers. And then every time I say it, it throws my mind for a whoop there. But I don't know. I want to come on here and be like, boom, this is what we're going to do. This is our game plan. It's going to be Mac Jones. We're going to be hitting, Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey be dropping a lot of balls. But he is one of the top, receivers for the team. He's been running the ball. We just got to figure that out. For the people that are out there saying they're like, hey, Mac Jones probably going to win this job and we won't need Brock Purdy no more. You guys are out of your mind. That's just basically all that I'm going to comment on it. But I'm not giving up. I'm not throwing in the towel. This game's going to be the CBS game of the week. We basically got bumped there. We pushed the Patriots game out of the way. I just wish we were going to have a better showing of stars, but this team has shown that, like, no matter what, we're not going to give up. We've shown that in the Arizona game. We showed that definitely in the Los Angeles game, that, like, no matter what that scoreboard reads, until it says 0-0-0, we ain't giving up. So let's go out there. Let's see what we got. Mac Jones, you're my guy. I said some stuff. I meant it. You're not my favorite dude. You're not as boring to watch as I thought you were a few weeks ago. But let's go out there. Let's play 49er football. And let's come up with that dub. I mean, that's basically all we got to be looking forward to. Defense, I'm standing tall with you. It's going to be a lot on you guys. A lot on you guys. Let's go D. Let's go Niners. Peace out. Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breech coming to you here today. 20-16 at the half. San Francisco 49ers. We look damn good. Mac Jones, 200 yards passing. Robinson catching the ball. He dropped the one in the fourth. In the second, leading towards halftime, and then basically he put the team on his back, came out and caught the next two balls, put us right into field goal territory. We got to see what's going on with Pinheiro. We can't lose anymore, guys. That's just it. I mean, we're going to talk about it for a minute, and then we're going to move on. We're really not, like, hyping on all of these 49er injuries, but Fred Warner, they say it's an ankle injury, but basically they're also telling us that they won't show us the replay because his foot turned all the way around. That ain't good. That really ain't good. If it's my guess, I think we play the rest of this season and we don't have Fred Warner no more. All the hopes of next week, basically everybody should be coming back next week against the Falcons, but we got to focus on this week. We're down 20-16. We played pretty damn good. Christian McCaffrey got his first rushing touchdown of the year. Mac Jones, 200 yards passing. Kendrick Bourne, two awesome catches way down the field. One for 50. I think the other one was for 30 plus. But this Niner team looks damn good. When the Buccaneers threw a touchdown, it was Upton Stout came from behind, cornerback blitz, lit Baker up. We got a penalty for it. Upton, don't stop doing what you're doing. Keep doing that. They're not going to call it every time. Half a second earlier, Baker's in the ground. Baker's a damn good quarterback. Defense is to keep doing what they're doing. Kendrick Bourne. No, I apologize. I was going to say D. Winters, linebacker. Just because I'm not hearing your name a lot out there, not just because I'm not saying it, doesn't mean you're not doing a lot. I think you're going to be the key of this defense. You're going to step right in to that Fred Warner role, next guy up. Let's just keep running. I mean, the Niners, we are definitely in contention right here. Niners can win this game. Battle 4-1. Tampa's a damn good team. They got a lot of injuries. They ain't complaining. Let's just go. Niners. Halftime. We get some points. I think we get the ball to start the half. God's honest truth. I'm pretty sure we kicked off to them. They punted to start the game. But let's go Niners. We can do this. 30-19. Niners lose. Not the first time. Not going to be the last time. I wanted that one. I really, really did. At halftime, I felt that game was in our reach. We played a damn good game. We just played against a better team. That's about the only way to put it. I mean, Niners, Mac Jones, he threw the 2 interceptions. Threw for close to 350 yards. Eddie Pinheiro, I thought he was going to be done at halftime when he kicked the field goal and somebody stepped on his foot and he was jumping around out there to get off the field. I was figuring they were going to say that Eddie Pinheiro was done. He's like 14 for 14 on field goals and extra points since becoming a 49er. Damn good signing. Keep him around forever and ever. But Baker Mayfield, how about that play in the third quarter when we had Baker Mayfield dead to rights? He broke 2 tackles, still ran the ball for the first down. That was the moment when the Bucs won that game. I mean, honestly, they still have to drive down the rest of the way, but they told us at halftime that the Bucs weren't really applying any pressure to Mac Jones, playing their defense. But that second half, when they put pressure on Mac Jones, that offensive line, we couldn't stop anybody. We couldn't even hold them. And I mean, like, we couldn't actually create a holding penalty on them. Like, Mac Jones just got swallowed up and ate up, especially in the fourth quarter. Just wasn't our day. That's it. It's a little bit tight in the NFC West. We're gonna fall to 4-2. Nothing wrong with that. But the Seahawks won. They should be 4-2. The Rams won. They should be 4-2. Arizona lost today. So, we just got to keep playing 49er football. Next Sunday, inventory Sunday for me. But I think the game is in the afternoon against the Falcons. That's a big one. Circle that one. It should be, we're bringing the house. Everything says Brock Purdy should be ready to go. Ricky Pearsall should be ready to go. Jennings played today. I never really saw him go out. He was even playing in the fourth. But George Kittle should be back. One hell of an injury in the first half. Fred Warner, honestly, is the guy that when I need a defensive stop from the defense, he's the guy that I'm talking to. And, like, I'm talking to him, and he ain't even out there. So, like, I mean, like, when we need to, when we need to stop in the fourth quarter, when we need to stop, when it's third down, Fred's always the guy that I'm looking at. I mean, like, when we couldn't get a tackle, I mean, Fred Warner's the guy that's going to run across a football field and just dive tackle somebody, where he just dives and he just tackles somebody by their shoulder. He's just going to take him down with his weight. That guy's a man beast. I mean, that ankle's probably toast. You would think it's probably done. Should be a season-ending thing for him, but that guy's tough. I mean, last year playing on a fractured ankle when we really had nothing to play for other than he just had pride and he wanted to be on that football field. We were out of contention in the West. It probably sucks to say this in the long run, but it was hurting us to have him out there more than it was helping us. Man, I wanted that game. And, I mean, I really thought that we had a chance. Bucs are a damn good team. I told you about that. Baker Mayfield is really putting himself as people a few years ago were thinking that guy was a joke. And now he's probably definitely, it should be in everybody's top 10. Could be breaking into some people's top 5 quarterbacks in the league. That defense looked really, really good. And they're missing some weapons. I mean, they're missing their 2 wide receivers. They're missing their best running back. The team's only going to get better. So, Tampa, I'm hoping for you. I hope we see each other in the playoffs. Hopefully it'll be a different story because we'll be healthy. And then at the same time, you guys will be healthy. We just need some wins, guys. We just need some wins. You got to remember that we have a really favorable schedule. So I think we just go out there. We just keep playing 49er football. We're going to be fine. I mean, we should be really, really good. So move on. Start thinking about Atlanta. And we need some more wins. What's up, little Alex? I know you're watching this. Peace out, man.